Hi, I'm Krista Peterson. Let's chat about children's ministry. It's December. Our churches are involved in the Lottie Moon Christmas offering. So good question is, how do we do missions education for children these days? You know, it's a year that the International Mission Board has had to announce that they're cutting back positions. Wanda Lee, the executive director of the WMU, stated that our entertainment of children has been costly to missions. And we do children's programs differently these days, and so children just aren't getting the missions education that maybe they got 20, 30, 40 years ago. Most of our churches are not doing an ongoing weekly missions education program for children, but we still want children to learn about missions and to have a heart for missions. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, I think we need to make sure that they understand God's word and God's heart for missions. God himself is the one that told us to go and make disciples. So helping children to understand that would be the first thing. And then secondly, I think churches that are doing it successfully are those churches that are showing kids how to do hands-on mission project as a whole church, maybe even getting the whole family involved in some projects, whether it's pulling weeds at a senior adult house or maybe making care packages for a homeless person, or just teaching kids to share their faith with their soccer team. That hands-on activities for children that show missions can be something that they can do this week and right now, helps children to develop a heart for missions. And then third, the important part of one of the important parts of missions is teaching children to give to missions, to support missionaries that work all around the world in different places doing missions. And so an important part of that is to teach kids who missionaries are and expose them to missionaries, that they have missionaries that they can pray for by name, that they can hear from missionaries and hear the stories of the things that they're doing in Africa and Asia and all across the world. And so one of the great resources for that is something called Kids on Mission. The International Mission Board puts this out, and you can find some resources at kidsonmission.org, and it's called a plug-in resource. So you don't have to do a new program, just plug in 5, 10, 15 minutes each week to your ongoing programs that you're already doing, maybe Sunday school or Awana or children's worship, and you just plug in this resource. It'll show some videos so kids can see and hear from real missionaries that are on the field and the things that they're doing, and how the kids can pray for those missionaries and how they can interact maybe with those missionaries and send them letters and talk to them. And so those are that's a great resource for you to use at your church and just plug into the things that you're already doing. And I always teach kids those 3 important words of missions: pray, give, and go. So teaching children to pray for missionaries, to give to missionaries, and then to be a missionary themselves and go into all the world, teaching others to become disciples of Jesus. I'd love to hear how you teach missions in your church, so contact me at kpeterson@bcnm.com, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.